I was 5 when my mom realized I had a speaking disability. I turned 8 and my mom realized that it's time that I should start school now. I turned 9 and I realized that I wasn't like the other kids. I couldn't speak well. I had an issue with speaking. I turned 11. I made a lot of friends. I got better with speaking. At the age of 12, I lost all of my friends.
My name is Visma Batul. I'm from 10T. And my topic is something I'm still not sure about. Because it consists of different elements. It includes health issues. And it's something we all share. So today, what I'm going to name this topic is family secret. Something we all share. So, as I was talking lately, when I was 12 years old, I had no friends. This question arises, like, why didn't you have friends? You had such good friends. You became better in speaking, right? The reason was that I got into my first friendship. My friends stopped talking to me, and it was also the first time that I was bullied. You will have this question: why would this cute girl get bullied? I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. But the thing is, everyone gets bullied. This is a very dry topic, but I want people to laugh about it because people take it too seriously. You're supposed to take it seriously, but you're also supposed to laugh about it. If you're in it, I want you to feel good about yourself. Okay, so when I was 12, I was very depressed. The thing was, I got into bullying. I had about 14 friends, and all of them stopped talking to me. I stopped taking care of myself. I stopped brushing my hair. All the things which normal people do, right? I stopped showering. The funny part about depression is that even though you know you're not doing this thing, I knew that I was not brushing my hair. I knew that I wasn't taking care of myself. I knew that I wasn't eating food. I stopped eating food. Some people tend to overeat. Some people tend not to eat at all. And I stopped eating. And I knew I was doing all these things. But the thing about depression is, even though you know you're doing this, you cannot get out of its grip. You don't know what to do, but you still do this. I would wake up in the morning and I would hate going to school. I cannot talk to my mother about this. I couldn't communicate with anyone, even though I should have, but no one does. So I wasn't even telling my mom. It was not my fault, because the thing is, every 12 years going through their own things, right? Isn't that right, or am I wrong? Okay, before I further talk about depression, the thing is, if you're an adult and laughing your ass off, like, why would a teenager tell us about what is depression? Probably you're right. Probably I've experienced more things But the thing is, I'm telling my part of story. Because when I talk about depression, people laugh about it, or they think like depression, or why would a 16-year-old tell us about this stuff? But it's something really real. In your family, ask your parents, did they go through it? Even if they hide it, you will know you have these people, you have in your friend group, there will probably 2 or 3 people who have gone through this, and it's something very, very real. Okay, so when I stopped eating, I stopped doing everything. As I wasn't eating, I wasn't doing the things which normally a 12-year-old does. I began myself doing less, thinking less, and feeling less. Even though people find me that I'm very confident that while I'm speaking, because I give many speeches about this, because I'm against bullying and against all this stuff so much that I speak a lot about it. And if you think I'm very confident while speaking this, no, my hands are shaking, my legs are shaking. So I've always wanted people to speak about it. If you see someone getting bullied, or if someone is in depression, you should go to them, talk about it. Okay, so if I could explain depression in a scenario, depression is like if you're walking, okay? So let me give you one scenario. You're walking, right? And suddenly you fall. And rather than it lasting for 2 seconds, it lasted for 6 months. That's how depression is for me. So people always confuse depression with grief and sadness. I will give you an example of what grief is. If, for example, you lost someone near to you, right? And you're very sad about it. and not eating well, all the things, and after 6 months you're still sad about it, but you're functioning better. That's what grief is. But if you talk about, if you, for example, you had a catastrophic loss and you're not eating well, you can barely function, and after 6 months you're at the same stage, it's probably depression. That depression was triggered by the catastrophic losses. When people talk to me, what they think is depression is just being sad. That's actually not the reality. Depression is a slow way to death. Okay, I'm gonna give you the question. Which one is more painful? A slow way to death or death? Obviously slow way of death, right? I remember when I was 12, it was so hard. The thing is that I did not know I was in depression. I was such a small kid. No one knew in my family. I remember when I got really sick, my mom used to take me to the doctors, and they used to be like, she has hepatitis B, and no one was able to guess that I had depression. That's how bad it is, only because of bullying. So when I talk to people, people come to me and they're like, you're so right about depression. My family, my brother went through depression, he's being depressed, and when I talk to their brother, I'm like, what happened to you? And I would be like, you can talk to me, and they'd be like, no, I had it once, I'm never going to talk about it, it was something in my life, it's over. Ironically, these are the people who are not able to tolerate this depression. If depression hits them again, they won't be able to tolerate it, because hiding from depression grows it. If you block our depression, it will come back at you again. People who talk about it, who give other people advices about how you're supposed to fight depression, or you're supposed to save yourself from depression, they are the people who can easily tolerate depression. I've realized that when you're depressed, or if you think you're depressed, or if you think your family member is depressed, whenever people come to me and they're like, I've gone through these bad things, I always tell them, learn something from it. If you're going through something bad in your life, you're supposed to learn something from it. It's going to make you stronger. It's going to make you better than before, because if that same situation strikes you back, you will know how to cope up with that situation, because you just went through it, right? Learn something from it. Even though I hate the word depression, I don't never want to go through it again, but I love depression because it makes me want to find joy. People tend to think that the opposite of depression is happiness, which is wrong. The opposite of depression is vitality. Depression is vital for your life. The reason why I actually chose depression yesterday, I was like, what should I talk about to people? Because I love giving TED talks. So many people come to me, I give them TED talk, I talk to them. And I was like, what should I talk about? Because I am always talking about bullying. I am very against bullying, and I'm wanting to start a campaign against bullying. But then I was wondering, in order to get bullying, you're first supposed to understand what depression is actually. I was a kid who took medicines. I used to take sleeping pills because the pain was unbearable. My feet and leg were swelling. Even if I get depressed again about something, about studies or anything, my leg will swell again. Depression is very real. People need to understand this. Okay, so I am going to ask this one question from my viewers. Okay, so has it ever happened that, okay, I'm going to ask this very simple question. Have you ever bullied anyone? Bullying in a way that you have mocked your friends? You probably might be like, no, I haven't. I think so, you probably had. I want you to go today or tomorrow and ask your friends, has it ever happened that I was making fun of you and you did not enjoy it? And when you said the thing, and when you were like, I'm very sorry if I ever did that, you will feel the bond between you and her or him or whatever grow stronger. Bullying is very real. If you're the victim or you are the one who is bullying people, please stop. Please stop. You never know when that person takes his or her own life. Because I have seen many people, and I have talked to the people's family who have taken their own life. It was only because of bullying. You never know what that person goes through when they go home. Even though they're smiling at home and they're very happy when you look at them and when you talk to them, you just don't know what they go through when they're at home. The person who is depressed doesn't think that he's swinging through a veil of bad mood. But in reality, that person is looking through a veil which is taken away with the veil of happiness, and they're seeing through it truly.